Brooklyn Independent Television.
Unlike most of the neighborhoods that were impacted by the storm, Dumbo wasn't affected by the ocean or the New York harbor. It was the East River that caused the damage. We visited with an organization coordinating a business response and 2 Dumbo businesses that are bailing out and looking forward.
I'm Alexandria Sika. I'm the Executive Director of the Dumbo Improvement District. And Dumbo, you saw some amazing footage during the storm of the flooding that happened in this neighborhood. By the time Tuesday morning was around, much of the street level water had receded, but that wasn't the case inside of our businesses. There was massive, massive flooding all along the waterfront, 2 to 3 blocks in. About a dozen small businesses really have been ruined. And are trying to pick up the pieces and reconstruct and clean out and get back to business. We also, like much of New York, clearly suffered from the power outages, the stops in service. So, we have a thriving commercial office market down here who was out of work for a week. We have a building that by the end of this week will be up and running. So those folks will have not been at work for almost 2 weeks.
We just had the privilege of a visitor named Sandy, who brought along with her, in our case, about 20,000 cubic feet of water and delivered it to our lower level. We had about 7 feet of water in there. It's about 3,000 feet of space. It was already called the Underwater Lounge, and now we just christened it again.
About 12 businesses who were, really hit hard. Brooklyn Roasting is one who experienced a lot of flooding in their basement. J Street and Water Street were our 2 hardest hit corridors. Numbers of businesses that have been built in the last year. So these businesses all have just invested a ton of money, taken on extreme personal debt to start their dream, and now they're facing hundreds of thousands of dollars in rebuilding costs. So one of the things that we're going to try to do is get them some additional cash to, 1, keep their cash flow going, and 2, to try to help with the capital costs of rebuilding.
This is the 2nd year in a row that we prepared for a once-in-a-century natural disaster. Last year, it wasn't as dramatic or as devastating as we were told it could be. This year, it was more devastating and more dramatic than we were told it was. We were smart this year as a company, I think. The day before the hurricane really hit, high winds came on Sunday. We came in with a big crew and brought most of our most valuable equipment up from our lower level. And that was a very smart decision. But the last 8 days have been, first of all, they blur together. They've been 16, 18-hour days. And our staff has really pulled together, and as exhausting as they've been, it's also been a chance for people to work hard toward a common goal of helping each other reestablish. We didn't miss any deliveries. The cafe was open every single day. We were inspected by the USDA and passed with flying colors. So I'm pretty proud of how we responded in the face of what was pretty serious event.
All of us in Dumbo would appreciate more patrons to come down here, appreciate the area. We're still historic, we're still standing, we're still cobblestone streets. A lot of history down here. We've set up a fundraiser at GoFundMe.com, 66 Water Street. If anyone would like to help us be here for you. We want you to see our ambiance. We want you to enjoy the place. Enjoy Water Street Restaurant. Enjoy Dumbo.
We've partnered with a couple of organizations to try to put on a series of fundraisers so that the Dumbo Improvement District can really be a conduit for the community who wants to give back to these businesses and help them get back on their feet. The small businesses that are impacted by the storm, each of them are owned by individuals. It may not be this business owner's house that was flooded out, but it is their blood, sweat, and tears. It's their livelihood. It's their employees' livelihoods. And it's also, these small businesses are what make our community great. And so getting them back and up and running is a service to the community. So, while absolutely we need to be supporting all of the humanity efforts, we hope that there will be support as well for the small business community, because behind every counter is a face and a lot of investment, a lot of personal investment, a lot of heart, and a lot of connection to the community.
Become a fan on Facebook, like Brooklyn Independent Television.